Samsung tried to squeeze a lot into the new Gear S3 Frontier, from an LTE radio to automatic fitness tracking to a form of Samsung Pay that works almost anywhere. In general, these whiz-bang features work well, while an excellent user interface makes the watch easy to use. The underlying Tizen platform, however, means you won't find many great apps just yet. All told, the Gear S3 Frontier is a mostly strong performer with bad timing. With Android Wear 2.0 coming soon, you'd be smart to hold off on a purchase right now. Last year's Gear S2 had a sleek, pseudo-futuristic vibe, so much so that the white model I reviewed looked like a prop straight out of THX 1138. Samsung ditched that clean aesthetic this time around. The S3 Frontier rocks a rugged look, with a knurled, rotating bezel and a chunky stainless steel body. More often than not, people who saw the S3 on my wrist thought it was just a well-built mechanical timepiece. If you're like me and enjoy thoughtful mashups of old and new, the S3 certainly scratches that itch. That is, unless you like your watches nice and thin. Indeed, the Gear S3 Frontier is a big watch, and it won't work on every wrist. That's not just because of the bright, 1.33-inch Super AMOLED display either. Between an integrated LTE radio and a relatively large 380 mAh battery, the Gear S3 could not have been much smaller. Speaking of the screen, it's a real standout. It can display up to 16 million colors, up from the Gear S2's 8 million, when the always-on display mode is enabled, so it almost looks like a real watch even when you're not touching it. The Frontier tries to project an image of sturdiness, and that's only helped by a new Gorilla Glass coating meant specifically for wearables. More important, the screen was crisp and readable in every situation I tested it in, even though its size and resolution, 360 by 360, mean it's less pixel dense than the Gear S2. Whatever, when it comes to screens, bigger is almost always better. The Gear S3 runs Tizen, version 2.3.1, for those keeping track, and, as usual, it's very smartly laid out to take advantage of that wonderful spinning bezel. Crank it clockwise and you'll get all of your notifications in one place. Spin it the opposite direction to breeze through the widgets you've added. By default, the watch shows you the current weather, favorite contacts, calories burned and what's in your calendar. If you can handle that, congrats, you've basically just mastered the Gear S3's interface.